decided to cross our path? Oh, it looks like she spotted something. Oh, look at how she's crawling. These wild dogs have been sticking to this exact area, which tells me that there could be a den here, and that makes me very excited.
Hello, welcome back to another safari here in Karana.
Today we are going to be on the lookout for some wild dogs. Now this search might take us far and wide, so we are going to try and get to the area where they were last seen as quickly as possible so that we aren't too far behind. I know we said we were going to race straight to where those wild dogs were last seen, but look at who's decided to cross our path. Oh, look at how she's gone up onto that high point. This leopard definitely seems like she's scanning over the open floodplains here. There are some wildebeest in the distance, but I think with this wind that's picked up all of a sudden, she's actually trying to use it to her advantage and maybe looking for an opportunity to hunt, which is quite rare to witness during the day. Normally leopards are nocturnal, so for her to be out and about and actually looking for opportunities, I mean, we're going to try and follow her as best we can. She's definitely looking for cover, and I don't blame her. During the day, she's super exposed, especially for an animal that typically hunts at night. She is well out of her element, but having said that, if you look at how spotted her coat is and how easily she blends into grass and into bushes, I mean, those spots just break up her shape. So she can hunt during the day. It's not that she can't, she just has to get a lot closer, and it's a lot easier for her prey to spot her. Yeah, she's certainly not interested in resting. Oh, it looks like she spotted something. Look at how she's crouching a little bit. Oh, look at how she's crawling. Oh my gosh. That is incredible. Look at the little tail twitch. So because there's no cover, she's using that longer grass just to try and get closer to where some cover is. It looks like she's heading up towards a mound, but she went so low to the ground. Just scanning around at the little shrubs and bushes that are around her, and the wind is blowing straight into her face, so she's really got an advantage if she is looking to hunt something right now. That's what she spotted. There's a herd of impala with those wildebeest. Well, there is a lot of cover on that mound, but I'm just looking at those impala and wildebeest, and they are right out in the open, and it's still quite a long way away for her to get there without being seen and without... Oh, there we go. They've seen her. They've definitely seen her now. They're all turning their heads this way. Now, this is not to say that she won't try and hunt today, but right now, the conditions are not great. we still have a long way to get to where those wild dogs were last seen, so we are going to leave her, and fingers crossed she's successful. Well, it looks like the dogs have not moved at all from where the guards last left them, which is just as well for us because we were a long way out and we did not have much of a window to get here. But how stunning is the scene below the full moon? I mean, the sky is just all these colors of blues and pinks, and then the moon and the top, and it's just breathtaking. For those of you who have been following along with our WILDwatch Virtual Safaris, this is actually the same pack of wild dogs that we caught up with in episode 21 back on Karana Airstrip. And if you remember, there was actually one of the females that was very heavily pregnant at the time. And over the last, I'd say 2 or 3 days, the guides have noticed that these wild dogs have been sticking to this exact area, which tells me that there could be a den here, and that makes me very excited. There's some movement. Oh, this is so exciting. It even looks like some of the pack members are actually going from dog to dog, going, come on, it's time, let's get moving, we don't have a lot of light left. Barden and I are putting on our jackets very quickly because the temperature is dropping and it's getting quite brisk in the air. But this is exactly what we've been waiting for. We are hoping that this should prompt the dogs to start getting active for their last bout of activity before dusk. And thus, maybe we'll be able to follow them a little bit before it gets too dark. Wild dogs have to be one of my favorite animals to follow because there's always something going on. There's always either playing or hunting or running around. Like, they just can't sit still. So regardless of whether they're successful this evening, I'm in my happy place. Look at how these dogs are all standing spread out in the open grassland. They're scanning over the grass, they're listening really intently. And normally if they were just going out hunting, they would get up, do a little greeting and just go. But if this is a den site like we suspect, then this could very well be explained. So they are thoroughly checking the area just in case there's something around. I guess it's also just a great way to check if there's any very close by hunting opportunities. That way they use less energy and then they can just hunt and go to bed. Well, it looks like they've decided it's safe. They're all on the move. But look at how spread out they are. And I think it's because there's just such long grass here that they can't really see very much in front of them, and so by being spread out there's a higher chance of them flushing something out. And especially antelope like a reedbuck they would typically start bedding themselves down in this long grass and in the sage thickets for the night. Barden and I initially saw that big dust cloud, and then we thought the dogs were rolling. One of them was rolling in the dust. Then we noticed that a couple of them were actually digging, and I've just looked at one of the dogs very closely, and it's actually the second pregnant female, which is super exciting. It may seem kind of minute details at the moment, but the fact that she's the one digging could signal that she's ready to give birth, or almost ready to give birth, which could mean potentially 2 wild dog dens in very close proximity to one another, because the pack is not going to want to stay away from their alpha if she's got puppies, which means this female is going to have to den somewhere very close by. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh, I've never seen this before. This is incredible. Yep, distraction over. She's now off to follow the rest of the pack. They're on the move again. Sorry, maybe just change direction at the last second. So far there's been no hunting opportunities, and this light is fading so fast. For the most part we are just looking at ears in the grass and silhouettes running past us. So Barden and I actually think it will be best to come out super early tomorrow morning. We plan to leave before sunrise and see if we can catch up with these dogs. I'm so excited to see what stories unfold here.